How do I mean? You may think that while you are going through miscarriage as a black woman, you are the only person that is going through it. It happened to me. Remember, I said to the black person. So I'm here to let you know that that feeling of loneliness is very common. But I want to let you know that you are not the only black woman who have gone or is going through miscarriage. A lot of people have gone through miscarriage and they are blacks, but not everybody have the confidence to come out like this to share it, probably because they have not gotten over it. And it is not really something that one will quickly get over because... Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Nke God. In case you're meeting me for the first time, and if you're a returning subscriber, God bless you. I really do appreciate you for always coming back. And so, welcome to All About Womanhood as it concerns the African woman and the black woman. Yes, this is the first episode of this particular one. So I'm going to be centering on the African woman, or what we call the black woman. So if you have not subscribed yet, this will be the right time for you to subscribe. Yes, I must say I'm very much glad and happy that I am in a good space to talk about this. There wouldn't have been any better time than now talking about it. Being that it is something that have happened and I have successfully come out of it, I'm in a better emotional state to talk about it. And you are probably watching this video because you are going through miscarriage, or you have gone through miscarriage, or better still, you are a husband, a sister, a friend who his wife or sister or friend is going through miscarriage and they have been asking questions. So this is part of the thing, or part of the answers you seek, and that is why you are watching this video. Okay, it's even more difficult when you are black because it's hard to find any video, especially on YouTube here or even on Google itself, explaining this term miscarriage when it has to do with the black woman. And owing to the fact that the black culture does not really allow her to come up in the open to talk about her experiences because of the way we are brought up, or any, just the culture and tradition as being black. We believe that whatsoever happened to you, you can probably blame it on faith, or it is something that you are not supposed to discuss, most especially when it has to do with negativity. Yeah, because miscarriage can be considered a negative thing as far as an African woman or African people are concerned. So a lot of people tend to shy away from talking about it and talk of the medical personnel, the black medical personnel, black medical doctors or nurses. I have not dabbled into any while on my own search, while I was going through that trauma, to get to meet a medical person who is black explaining it to me. So it seems so weird. All of the videos, all of the informations I keep getting are centered around the white people. And that will want to make me think that maybe it is not the black thing. So, and I'm sure that is what some black persons may think. But I tell you what, no matter how a doctor or a nurse explains this, it will not be as effective as it would be when it is coming out from the mouth of the victim, which I am a victim here. When a medical doctor is talking to you about a certain situation, they talk about it as a result of what they have studied. It is totally different when somebody who have gone through such an incident or health condition explains it to another person going through it. You get to relate. Do you understand? And so that is why I am making this video. That is one of my motivation for making this video, for the black woman, for the black race, for the African persons, to know that, yeah, miscarriage does happen. And it also happens with the African woman. So going forward, I had had 2 miscarriages back to back. So I understand it perfectly well when somebody is talking about having a miscarriage, losing a child as a result of miscarriage, and when it has to do with the black person. I can quite relate, and that is the reason the explanations I'm going to be giving in this video is based on my own experiences and advice that I will give out to any black person going through miscarriage. So the first question on your mind will be, why miscarriage? Why did I have to go through this? Why is this happening to me? And according to my research, while I was going through it, like I said earlier on, according to science, they have not been able to lay hold on any tangible thing that could be responsible for causing miscarriages. They said that they blame it on chromosome. They say it's an abnormality of chromosome because each parent is supposed to contribute 23 pairs of chromosome for a child to be complete. So every child has 46 chromosomes. So anything less than 46 or above 46 is considered abnormal, and this will tantamountably make that child to stop growing. The child dies and miscarriage occurs, and you begin to see blood. So that is one of the major things that the scientists have blamed miscarriages upon. But if you ask me as a black woman that I am, I would say that there are so many things that could be the possible causes of miscarriages as it regards to the African woman, which the scientists or medicine have not found out. I think this particular assertion is based on what the scientists discovered years back. I don't think they have gone into it again to check. Although after that, they will tell you that there are other possible causes. Could be stress, could be smoking, some bad habits, and all of that. So, and that is the reason I say there could be so many things regarding to that. But as Africans, it doesn't have anything to do with spiritual. Because when miscarriage happens, some tend to blame it on some witches or wizards. As far as African is concerned, I want to tell you here that miscarriage doesn't have anything to do with witches or wizard. So, okay, get that into your head. Now that why miscarriage is off the way, let's quickly go into some of the things you expect to happen after you have gone through a miscarriage. So based on my own experience and some other things that I find out from some other persons that have gone through same miscarriage, I'm going to give you some of those possible things that you expect after a miscarriage. Although this may vary from one person to another. So number one thing is the feeling of loneliness. How do I mean? You may think that while you are going through miscarriage as a black woman, you are the only person that is going through it. It happened to me. Remember, I said while I was going through it, or as soon as it happened, I went to the net, I went to YouTube to look for what is actually happening. And all of the videos and all of the information I keep getting, everything has to do with the white. And that made me thought to myself that maybe I'm alone, maybe I'm the only black person that this has ever happened to. If not, I would have gotten other videos or informations that is related to the black person. So I'm here to let you know that that feeling of loneliness is very common, but I want to let you know that you are not the only black woman who have gone or is going through miscarriage. A lot of people have gone through miscarriage and they are blacks, but not everybody have the confidence to come out like this to share it, probably because they have not gotten over it. And it is not really something that one will quickly get over, because with time it keeps coming back to your memory. It's just that you get stronger by the day. 2, grief. In my own case, when it happened, it didn't occur to me that anything had happened. It took me days, it took me weeks to actually come to terms that, oh, my baby is gone. most especially my first pregnancy, the first miscarriage I ever had. It didn't register in my brain that I have lost this pregnancy. So it was after some weeks that I come to the realization, because I had already started shopping. You know what it means when if there is a first pregnancy on the way, you are all and about everywhere trying to get one or two things together. So after some few weeks, it dawned on me and I started grieving. So I am telling you that to grieve is very important and it is expected. You may not be able to grieve immediately the miscarriage happened, but definitely take your time to think about it and grieve, because that is another way you can heal from it. So in my own case, I grieved a lot. My husband helped me to walk through it. I mean, it is just so painful, because the first miscarriage I had pains from 7 p.m. up until 4 a.m. I couldn't sit, I couldn't lay down, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't stand. I was just doing everything at the same time from 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. It was until 4 a.m. the next day that the blood started coming out. And it never registered in me until after some few weeks that I get to know that, okay, something has happened. And I cried, because you need to cry, because a life is involved. You just lost a child. So grief is one of the things that you should expect while or after a miscarriage had happened. Number 3, the third thing that you should expect immediately after miscarriage is that feeling of getting answers. Why did it happen? And I guess that's the reason you are watching this video, to answer your too many reasons, as in, what did I do? What did I not do? What am I supposed to do that I have not done? And that is why you are watching this video. So as soon as a miscarriage has happened, you begin to seek for information and know what to do, so that then another one will not occur, even though it is not necessarily in our hands. Because at the hospital, the doctors will tell you, when it's happening, they will tell you that there is nothing they can do. If the child will stay, If the child will not stay, he will not stay. That's to tell you that there are so many things that are out of the control of medicine, and miscarriage is one of the things. In my case, I was given some injections that, okay, it was going to make the baby stay, but it never stayed. So, needless to do that, so some doctors will just go ahead and tell you there's no need, just allow it. And that's just the truth. So you seek for answers and know how to go about your life after that. Number 4, you will have the tendency of keeping the age of the child. Yes. If he or she had made it, especially when you see other people that got pregnant alongside with you and they delivered, and your own, you have lost it. You begin to count your age. If this child was to be here, he or she should be a year now, he or she should be 2 years now, he or she should be 3 years. It is very common if you are feeling that way. I was pregnant alongside my sister-in-laws, and I tell you, each time I see their children, I recount back, oh, if my first baby was to be here, this is how old he would have been, or they would have been. And the second miscarriage, the same thing. So it's okay to feel that way. Number 3, there is this feeling of blame. You blame yourself so much about what you should have done, what you didn't do well. What is it that you would have done that would help you? But the truth of the matter is that, like I said before now, miscarriage is not something, as soon as it has started happening, it is not something that you can help to stop. It will just go. So, sweetheart, it's not about what you didn't do well. It's not about how you did that thing. Because I blamed myself so much. I was like, oh, if I had done this, if I had not done this, maybe if I had sat this way, if I had not slept like this, I blamed myself for a long time. And my husband will always sit me down. He has been my companion and my great consoler in it all. He will sit me down. Sometimes I will rant. I will talk like somebody that is mad. He will just listen to me and speak to me. You don't have power over it. It just happened. So I'm here to tell you that when miscarriage happened and this feeling of blaming will come, allow it, but don't beat yourself up. So try as much as possible to control it, okay? Just like you didn't know that sex, that love making that would produce a pregnancy. The same way it is that you don't know that child that you will carry the pregnancy to term. Do you understand? It is totally out of our hands. So at the end of the day, I get to believe that, okay, it was not meant to be, but at least you know that you're a woman and you know that there is hope for a better one. Okay, so I was thinking that I was the only person that have gone through two miscarriages, but I've come across a white woman. One of the videos, she had 4 miscarriages back to back, and in this case, she already had 2 children before the 4 miscarriages, and there was no found cause for it, and she became pregnant after the 4th miscarriage, and the pregnancy stayed. So you see, it is out of the hand of anybody. It doesn't matter whether you have had a child before the miscarriage occurred or the miscarriage had occurred and you are still waiting to have a child. The number 6 point is that you may experience anger. Yes, anger. You are always angry at any little provocation. Even something that shouldn't be considered to make one angry will just get you angry. So it's part of the thing that comes with miscarriage, because you are not emotionally okay. A lot of your hormone is just all over the place. I think that's the only thing I can bring out here. Number 7 is that your stomach may still be bloated. You may still be feeling that you are pregnant. It happened to me, yes. So, and that was the reason, the first one, it took me time to believe that I had a miscarriage. Even though I went for scan and the scan said, no, nothing is there anymore. I was like, what? So your stomach will still feel very bloated and you may think that you are pregnant. No, it's because something, a sore was formed there, and after a while, it went off. So you don't expect your stomach to quickly snap back. No, it will take a while and it will go back. Number 8, your period may resume immediately, or for some persons, it may take up to 3 months, depending on the variety of our body and our makeup. Unlike me, as soon as the miscarriage happened, those months, in the next month, I started my period, normal, without any form of delay. So it depends on individual. Okay, so number 9, you may experience leaking or swelling breasts. Yes, there are people that as soon as they get pregnant, even at that first trimester, their breasts have started producing milk, telling the body that there will soon be a baby that will need this. And by the time it's gone, it will begin to leak, or you may still experience the swelling. So it is okay to feel that way. These are the things that comes with miscarriage. And I hope you can relate and understand that you are not alone in this. So that is what I say, let me share with you. And I wish you bliss, even as you continue to try. Check out my next video on how you can conceive very fast after experiencing miscarriage. See you.